twice. We'll let Coach do an opening statement. We'll take whatever questions you have.
Thanks, John. Obviously we were excited to play in front of a sold-out Hinkle, and appreciate all the fans. Each and every time it's one of the best experiences you can have. 2 o'clock on a Saturday. I just thought, execution. And that's on us as coaches. We got to coach it better. Give Providence a ton of credit. They kind of hung in there, stuck with it, played hard. The game was in the paint on both ends. Obviously, we didn't shoot the ball well. A lot of that was due to them. They were really glued to Sean and Jordan, so it was hard to free them up. And I thought we did well attacking the paint. We have to take care of the basketball. That's something that we need to address and continue to address. And then, I thought they made some tough shots. We let Pipkins get loose, for a couple too many threes, and that was a big difference in the game, where I think we had it tied at one point. We lost him. They go back up 3 points. They needed a really good job of moving without the ball and kind of freeing himself up. So, it's life in the Big East. There's plenty of opportunities to rebound and pick yourself up off the mat, and there'll be another one coming up in the next game, and that's for everybody in our league. And so we've got to come back and practice with a sense of urgency and attention to detail that matters, and just play every possession the best we can.
How close is Aaron Thompson to getting back?
Yeah, I mean, it's day to day. He did a little bit more, yesterday. Did some stuff pregame today, but obviously it's still Aaron Thompson wants to play. He's a competitive kid, so now it's just a matter of not putting him at risk and pain tolerance to be able to do what he's comfortable doing that helps us and where he can be confident out there.
What was Providence doing to make them so effective? I mean, sometimes the point is to prevent you from taking threes, and you really didn't have very many three-point looks.
Yeah, no, they, like I said, they switched and got out. They did a good job of getting guys off the line. You're running actions, and they've got versatile lineup, so they can all guard, multiple positions. So switching out and taking away the three-point line, and forcing the ball inside. I thought our big guys did a good job. Aside from turning the ball over, when the ball moved a little better. In the first half, we just had the 10 turnovers hurt in terms of opportunities.
Does your team, especially when Kamar's got the ball, when he has to have the ball there and out, does your team, is it guilty of watching him, waiting for him to do something?
At times, I think that it moved better, and then late, where they took some things away, it wasn't all watching. It was more they switched out and denied, and so now there's not a safe pass, and you got to move on to the next thing, and then you got to be a basketball player. Coach, give Coach Cooley a credit, for scouting report, and then you got to step up and play. I thought playing through our bigs, was the way to go. They threw some really good passes early. They scored the ball in the second half, and when they're out playing the line, that's kind of what you get. You got to be able to attack that way.
Coach, you said the bigs need to take care of the ball better. There were some high-low passes that went astray, and then, like you said, some of those back cuts. They threw some turnovers on those back cuts. How much of an issue is that? Yeah, it's part of what we. Our style of play anyhow, where our bigs can make those decisions and make those passes. Cutting was going to be important because they're a really physical team. So you got to be able to cut and be able to go back door on the cut. And we just mistimed a few of them. A couple of them they got hands on, and so we just got to continue to work on it, because it's a part of our game. We just got to get better at it. Bryce, can you also, what were you seeing out there? Coach said that you were mistiming some passes. What were you seeing out there with Providence's defense?
I know he was just taking away Kamar and taking away a lot of passes, denied passes, and that's not me. I got to just dribble posts, take care of the ball more. So, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to work on that and just try and take care of the ball.
How are you going to fix that?
Being smarter with it.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys had troubles with turnovers today, but mostly in the half court. Is there something you can maybe speak on, and maybe some positive improvement you guys have had facing a press? Is Providence is a pretty good team with forcing turnovers.
Yeah, we've obviously we've seen a ton of teams, do that to us this year, pressing. Big part of their deal was to press and take Kamar away, so he makes someone else bring the ball up. I thought Bryce did a good job, on the trail spot, bringing the ball up for us. Sean and Jordan did a good job as well, and that's been, we've grown, over the course of the season where guys are more comfortable doing that. So obviously with Aaron out, good, it's a good play by them. Take away, make somebody else dribble. And then it was, now you're trying to get back into offense. So if you're running sets, the clock's ticking, things like that. So a lot of it was, other guys like Bryce, initiating offense, which is, a new thing for us in terms of when they're taking away Kamar on the full court.
Kamar, what made Providence so effective in guarding the arc? I mean, they're also pretty physical inside, but Butler really had so few what would look like decent three-point attempts.
Coach said it. They did a good job of switching out and just taking away the three-point line, so that just took away, our looks.
At the same time, Jordan and Sean were being very aggressive. They had 13 total free throw attempts. It seemed like they were driving to the rim when usually they'll settle for threes. Is that something that you've harped on throughout the season?
Yeah, they both improved in that area. At the end of the day, I thought, we did enough. We got to get stops to win. It's like, we couldn't get a couple of stops when we needed to down the stretch. A lot of hands-on rebounds, and where they got them back, or they got tapped dead ball. But I thought in terms of that, outside of the turnovers, they forced us to drive. Guys drove it and scored it, or got to the foul line. We posted the ball, but ultimately for us, you got to be able to guard them and get the stops when you need to.
Well, how would you, I guess, evaluate the state of mind of the team now? You're at the halfway mark. 5-4. You got a whole second half of that Big East season to go.
Just learn from this one, move on to the next one. There are no easy nights in the Big East, so pick yourself off the mat and get ready to go.
Anything else?
Thank you. Hey, have a good night.